Hi everyone, we are back with episode 24 of Path of Exile Betrayal. I'm Mark and I am down in the sewer system again. We are going to move forward and pursue the moon orb and the sun orb today. And I just noticed there's a crafting recipe sitting here. Elemental resistances, rank 3, not bad at all. You can go either way here. The path sort of splits to the Moon Temple and the Sun Temple, or Lunaris and Solaris as the game calls them. And it really doesn't matter which way you go. We happen to have... we're headed in this direction, so let's go ahead and just get moving. And the sewers are, as usual, full of sewery monsters. This is a relatively small area. And I already see the exit down there, or I believe the exit, so let's head the right direction. I have made one small change to our build. I added a second cast when damage taken setup, and all it does is cast temporal chains when it goes off. And that's just going to slow down mobs if we get caught in a pack. So it's a bit of a defensive buff. So we are in the K, or the key, as however you pronounce it. And we are going to look for two things. We need the Ankh that Clarissa wants. And we need to find Clarissa herself in here. So I'm going to take a run through here. We're on sort of a dock type area, and there are a lot of these spirits that look pretty familiar. You know, they're very similar to the monsters we saw on the original docks back in Act 3. So I'm going to go through here, and if I find something useful, I will let you know. Okay, we have found the Ankh that we're looking for in that sealed chest. I'm just going to clear the mobs around it. And we can open this up. And there's the Ankh of Eternity that Clarissa wants. So we will continue on our way forward and find her little ritual site so we can, probably not save Tolman. Because I just think that's a terrible plan. What could go wrong with trying to resurrect something that Piety killed using her experimental techniques? Okay, we have found the entrance to Clarissa's little temple. We will go ahead and clear away some of the monsters around the outside, and then we'll head on in and deal with whatever's going to happen in here. Okay, we are ready to go. The resurrection site. Hi, Clarissa.
Give it to me quickly. Finally, Tolman. We can be together as before. All right, let's begin. Suffering will besiege us, and yet love will prevail. Pain will imprison us, and yet love will prevail. Grief will engulf us, and yet love will prevail. Death will surely take us, and love will... No. This isn't right. This is... Oh, Tolman, please. Forgive me. Exile, look out!
Well, at least she knows that something bad's going to happen. So we get a bunch of zombie stages here, and we just let our totems kill them. Because that's what totems do. And it slowly ramps up the fight. You can see we're getting rare zombies now. Well, we got a Jack-in-the-Box card. Oops, and there's Tolman. What a surprise, Tolman is back from the dead. And Tolman is dead. Again. And I'm sure Clarissa is very sorry for her actions.
How could I have been so stupid? Caruso didn't hide the Yunk out of shame. He hid it out of fear. Out of... Oh my. What did the Yunk really do to his wife? Everything I saw, that I read, lies to cover the truth of what Kiara had really become. All right. I'll destroy the Yunk. We've come a long way since Harusa's day, so I'm thinking I can manage where he so sorely failed. At least that's something I know I can do right. I'll meet you back at the encampment soon. For now, I need to... Look, I'll just see you there. I promise.
Okay, so we're going to have a quest reward from Clarissa when we get back to the camp. I'm going to go ahead and pick these scepters up. They might be useful for another character. And we will head on our way. So the only thing we're looking for in here now is the exit. I will go ahead and look at our passive tree quickly. And where are we going? We are going down here. Plus 20 strength. Nice. Our attributes are actually looking okay now. We have 143 dex, which was a bit of a problem early on for some of our gems, but not so much now. We have some on our gear and some from the tree, and we do pick up a few more points in the tree eventually. So anyhow, I'm going to keep going and find the way forward, and I'll let you know when I find something cool. So we have gone through to the grain gate, which is the next zone. Here's the way back to the key. And we didn't really find anything else interesting back there, so we're going to press on. There's a waypoint right here, which we can grab. And I think I'm going to make a quick run to town, so I will be right back. I'll let you know if anything interesting happens. We're going to do our quest turn-in for sure. I did a quick inventory cleanup, and we're ready to talk to Clarissa and see what she offers.
Poor Tolman. He was never really with me, was he? Just the shell of a man I loved. Wherever he is now, I hope he is at peace, and that he can forgive me for not being able to let go. Here, take something, for at least helping me. And thank you for everything.
She gives us a book of skill, which is always a good choice. And Marmoa has something else to add too.
I was out hunting food for our encampment. Like a prowling cat I was, but what I saw, marching across the ruins, made me feel like a little mouse. Gem-studded warriors pounding the earth, led by their strongest, a captain. I've known of these Gemling legionnaires, how they were once the personal swords of Emperor Chittis, but now they rise again, with this captain at their fore. Swallowing my fear, I followed the captain and found a force being gathered within the grain gate. Exile, I know it's not fair for me to ask. You have done so many things for us. But if you were to find the captain and slay him and his men, I would honor you greatly. Our little town would not survive an onslaught such as the captain is likely to enact upon us.
Okay, so there are some soldiers of some kind, supernatural it sounds like, in the grain gate. And that's the zone we just went to, which is why that triggered, of course. So we'll head out there and take care of those guys and then move forward to, I think it's the Solaris Temple on that side. But we'll find out. So I will be back when we're out and ready to go. We are back out at the grain gate, and I'm going to start going through here and looking for the way forward. And for the Gemling Legionnaires we need to kill for Marmoa. There is a nice 4-link drop. I'm going to grab that. So there is a trick for getting through here. If you look at the doorways that lead into these buildings, you will see that some of them, and when I find one, I'll point it out. But yeah, this one, see how it has a guard corpse laying in front of it? Those guard corpses always point the way forward. So I'm going to go over and do that Immortal Syndicate stronghold that I saw, and I'll continue when we have something else to show you. Okay, we're going to execute It That Fled.
Oh, no love lost here.
We will talk to Guff and...
You know I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm not even the one you really want, right?
I'm actually going to interrogate him. We need some intelligence on transportation because we have almost none.
I'm a talker, yes, but you will have to get me drunk first.
Even an ignoramus like yourself can see you have the upper hand. What do you want?
And we'll get some more intervention intelligence by bargaining with Varici. God, this is such a mess.
So be it. But if word of our deal makes it to other ears, I will cut out your tongue.
Yes, yes. Okay, we will head on and find our way forward. And we're doing that by following the trail of corpses. Here's another guard corpse, so we'll try this door. And of course, now that I'm recording this, it will prove that my theory is false. I don't think so. In fact, this looks like where we're going to find the Gemling Legionnaires. Maybe. Yeah, there's a book of lore there, which is usually something you see near them. Yep, there they are. We will kill them quickly. And Marmot will give us a reward for that. We'll read these orders and see if there's anything useful.
Captain Osiris. Remain in the warehouse until I personally send for you. In the unlikely event that Chittus should fall, you and your fellow legionnaires will be safely beyond the perimeter of his heart gem's influence. You men and women are my finest work yet. I would not lose you all to some aberration of chance. Malachi, Thaumaturge Laureate.
Oh, Malachi strikes from beyond the grave. So, I'll continue through here. At this point, all we're looking for is the way forward. And when we find it, I will let you know. Here is another guard corpse next to a door, so this is our path forward. And we should actually be getting pretty close. Yep, there is the exit to the next area, which is the Imperial Fields. I am going to go ahead and level this up. And we're into the Imperial Fields, which are basically giant fields. There's a road that runs through them that sort of leads the direction we want to go. But I'm also going to sort of wander around a bit and see if we can find anything interesting. So, there are a lot of rats, there are these Minotaur creatures, and the combat turkeys, as I call them. And bugs. Here is our waypoint, which is right along the road. So, we did a... Immortal Syndicate lab event, and we got we have a bunch of people in research, and we imprisoned Haku, who is also in research, who's going to give us the intelligence we need to open this safe house. And since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we have 4 people, 5 if Haku gets out. In that safe house, we should get a pretty good result. So we'll find out when we get there. And now we can move on and find our way forward. because I don't think there's much else here to find. And here we have the entrance to Solaris Temple. Before we go in, I'm going to go ahead and level up our gems, since all of those can be leveled without fear. We're just going to go in here and find the Sun Orb. And this should look familiar. It's very much the same as the temples from Act 3. And the monsters are similar, but there are some new ones too. Those lions are new. And there is a shrine here, so let's grab that.
I am no beast of burden.
And wow, my inventory is full already. This temple is 2 levels deep, and there is a waypoint on the first level, and there is also a there's also the way forward is on the first level. So I am going to skip that. I'm going to make a run to town and get rid of some stuff so we can how about if I actually use that book? That would be good. Then we don't have to go back to town yet. I'm just going to keep going forward for a while. If we can find the waypoint.
You'll need more than...
Oh. We have an Immortal Syndicate encounter. Ow, 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 ow. Man, they hurt.
Don't want to die again.
I guess we should talk.
One of them escaped. That's unfortunate.
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile. I have earned no exception.
Well, we definitely want more intelligence on the intervention safe house, so we're going to interrogate him.
Exile, Exile, you really must learn!
Tried to do this job, but I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Hurts my head, makes me angry, makes me break stuff. Don't make me stay here.
Let's move Hillock to research, because he clearly is the brains of the operation. And that will actually give us one more person in here when we pop this safe house. Oh, we have a safe house already. Wow. I didn't even notice that. That's fortification. We have 2 people in there, 3 people. So I'm going to go ahead and bargain with him. Shift a couple people around. Ooh, except Taurus here. So we don't want to do that. We're going to interrogate him.
Hate the dark.
So I guess I have a mission now. I can go ahead and find this waypoint, go back to town, and sell off my junk, and then I'll run that safe house, because I didn't even notice we had one.
Will prevail.
I'm going to pop this strong box. Pick up a bunch of currency. And we'll keep moving. There is our waypoint, and that means it's time to go back to town. We did get one veiled item along the way there, so I'm going to go ahead and unveil this. Double damage while focused, that's not a bad choice. That item is pretty useless otherwise, so I'm going to sell it. Talk to Marmoa and get our quest reward.
My courageous hawk removes yet another snake from the long grass. I offer you a reward, but my mind remains unsettled. The captain lies rotting in the ground, buzzing with flies. But if Gemling legionnaires can regain their sentience, then can all the monstrosities of the Undying do the same? My thoughts turn to the burrows and chambers beneath the earth of San. Could there be some new, undead civilization growing and preparing itself underground at this very moment? Such thoughts do not make for easy sleeping.
Get another book of skill, which is always good. And so now we have 3 passive skill points, so we should spend those. And we are going to pick up this life. We're going to pick up coordination, and then I actually don't remember where we go from here. I think we go to Global Fizz and Crit Chance. That is correct. So we're going to go up here, around here to Fangs of the Viper, which gives us a little movement speed too. Then we head up this way. Evasion, Energy Shield, Evasion, Energy Shield, Life, and Resist. Resist will be welcome, so that's a good path to follow. Alright, I am going to go set up to run this safe house. I will be back in a minute. Okay, we are in the Syndicate safe house, and you know how this goes. We run through, we kill all the monsters, and when we get to the end, there's an arena fight. This is fortification, so we're going to have to deal with the all the ballistas along the edges. Just make sure we finish everything behind us here. There are a lot of those ballistas, and I'm not picking up anything along the way. There's no point. Kind of wondering if those weird stationary items are actually there just to, if once you kill them, they stop spawning monsters. Might be the way the mechanic works. I don't know. There's still an awful lot of summoners in these places. And these fights go on for a fair amount of time. We lost our golem again. There is the safe house itself, so we are almost done. Ooh, I don't know what that was. Okay, deep breath before we go into the safe house, make sure our golem is full strength, and we head in to kill whatever bosses are in here.
This is no Caldera home, but you can believe I'll defend it like any red belongs to the Parandas. Just death and politics.
You were going to pay for what you did to our family, the Syndicate, helping that creature. All part of your machinations, rogue?
Well, that went pretty quickly. And we did have a whole bunch of guys in here, so hopefully we get some good drops. We did get 2 veiled items already. Let's go ahead and talk to Corel, the leader. And all we can do is interrogate him. And I guess... oh, that's too bad. Haku is going to get out before he gives us the last bit of information we need, so we're not going to finish that. But that's okay. We want Mastermind Intelligence because that unlocks this top encounter.
I won't tell you a single word.
Oh, and Haku moves up to the top of fortification. So we get another veiled item. Grab that. Level our gem and continue in and see what else we find in here. We get one of those trap stashes, so I don't know which one this is going to be. Let's find out. Take 1 item. Let's take those. There's nothing really valuable in here. Didn't look like, at least, to my untrained eye. We have a safe house stash down here. We have a couple abyssal jewels. Those are always nice. Let's see if there were anything useful. So-so and so-so. That has some good life on it. And those are not useful for me. So as you can see, we had 3 people in the safe house in addition to the boss. That's why we have the extra side areas. And finally figuring out how all this stuff works, we get another stash with a bunch of currency. And I guess we can have up to 5 people because there would be another side room. And we have 2 regular stashes at the end. Sacrifice fragments. More sacrifice fragments. That was a bit disappointing. And that's it. We've completed another safe house. I am going to back up, clean up behind us outside, and I think this is probably a good place to bring the episode to a close. Thanks as always for watching. If you have any comments on this series, please feel free to leave a comment below, because you can't comment on comments enough. And, hit the like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and hit the notification bell to find out when new videos go out. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.